Hi everyone, my name is Brian Seymour. I'm the Director of Instructional Technology and Pickerington Local School District's Testing Coordinator. I'd like to take a few minutes today to walk you through the high school's Next Generation Assessment Calendar, which is our new testing calendar that will begin in February. So first of all, I'd like to start out with a bit of information. For the Next Generation Assessments, only our 9th grade students will take the Next Generation Assessments in English Language Arts, Mathematics, and Science. All students that are enrolled in American History and American Government will take the Next Generation Assessments unless they take the Advanced Placement or Dual Enrollment Equivalent assessment in those courses. Now, this is based on old legislature that requires any student that is in American History or American Government to take the end-of-year assessment. So for those students that are not freshmen in these two courses, which most of our freshmen do not take these courses, it will not count towards graduation requirements. Now, the Next Generation Assessments for the class of 2018, which is our current freshman level class, these are the new graduation requirements replacing the OGT. So in the past years, students have had to pass all 5 sections of the OGT. With the Next Generation Assessments, there's a point system that students have to earn so many points to be able to graduate at the end of their 4 years. Courses that are taken at the junior high for course credit, for high school credit, will count towards graduation requirements. Now, there were a number of our current freshmen that took high school courses at the junior high last year. Obviously, these tests were not available last year. So any course, Algebra 1, Geometry, or Integrated Science, if it was taken at the junior high before this school year, those students that passed those courses will automatically earn 3 points towards their graduation requirements. So if you have a student that took Algebra 1 as a 7th grader, Geometry as an 8th grader, and Integrated Science as an 8th grader, you already have 9 points towards graduation. If you'd like more information on the graduation requirements, I encourage you to go back to the page that this video was found on and look at where it says downloads and it says high school Next Generation Assessment Calendar. Inside of that, at the bottom of that page, there is a link to the Ohio Department of Education graduation requirements, and that page will give you more information on these Next Generation Assessments and graduation requirements. Those of our students that are either sophomores, juniors, or seniors, they will continue to use the Ohio graduation test as their graduation requirement. So all of our students in the class of 2017, which are current 10th graders, will still take the OGT this school year. Also, those 11th and 12th grade students that have not yet passed all the sections of the OGT will also take whatever sections it is that they still need to pass. So a few things that are different about the Next Generation Assessments. The Next Generation Assessments are going to be done online on the iPads that the school owns. The only exception will be is the social studies tests will be done paper pencil for this year only. The other difference is that the Next Generation Assessments will be divided up into 2 different sections. One of those sections will be given 75% of the way through the school year. The other one will be about 90% of the way through the school year. The first section is what's known as the performance-based assessment, or mostly extended response type questions. These will be longer questions, more reading on these. These will also include some multiple choice questions, some some graphical response type questions, but mostly extended response questions. The second section is the end of year assessment. This is about 90% of the way through the school year. These will include multiple choice questions, short answer questions, graphical response questions, and simulation type questions. The performance-based assessments, or the PBAs, will be given in February to March timeframe, and these will mostly be hand scored by evaluators, very similar to what the OGT has been in past years. The end of year, or the EOY tests, will be given in April to May, and these will mostly be scored by computers. So I'd like to take a couple minutes and walk you through the high school calendar of testing times and who's going to be testing when and how long they have for testing. So first of all, we're going to start out with the performance-based tests, the PBAs. And the first day that our high schoolers are going to be testing is going to be Tuesday, February 24th. And that will be with the English Language Arts Grade 9 Section 1, and the testing time will be for 75 minutes. On February 25th, those 9th graders will also take Section 2 for English Language Arts, and Thursday, February 26th, they'll take the 3rd section. So this is slightly different than what we've done with the OGTs. The OGTs, the kids sat down for 2.5 hours, took the test, and they were done. Here it now breaks it down a little bit more and gives them a little bit more structure on what it is they're being tested on. So for example, section number 1 is testing mostly or focusing most on literacy skills. Section number 2 is mostly on reading and comprehension. And section number 3 is writing effectively when using and analyzing sources. So also, on March 2nd, we're going to do Algebra 1, section number 1, and Geometry, section number 1. So obviously students are not going to do both of these. They will do whatever course it is that they're in. If they're in Algebra, they're going to take the Algebra course test. If they're in Geometry, they're going to take the Geometry test. Tuesday, March 3rd, we're going to continue with the second section of those two courses. And then Wednesday, March 4th, we're going to give the American Government, POD, and the American History. So whichever course it is that they're enrolled in currently, they're going to take that. Now the American Government and the American History, remember, is every kid. The English Language Arts and the Algebra and the Science, you'll see in a minute, those are only 9th graders. American Government and American History is every student regardless of grade, unless they're taking the AP test in either American Government or American History, or they're in a dual enrollment course and getting college credit and taking the dual enrollment course for something American Government or American History. And the last test then will be on Friday, March 6th, which will be the Integrated Science test. So if we take a look at who's taking what, our 9th graders are going to be taking those assessments, so for a total of 6 days. And then everybody that's enrolled in the course will take the American Government or the POD, or American History. Okay? So from March 6th, we're going to take a little bit of a break from testing, and we're going to take a look at the end of year tests now, which will be about 90% of the way through the school year. And we'll start up on Monday, April 27th with the English Language Arts, section number 1. And then Tuesday, April 28th, English Language Arts, section number 2. Now, in the PBAs, there was 3 sections of English Language Arts. In the end of year, there's only 2 for English Language Arts. On Wednesday, April 29th, we'll do Algebra and Geometry. And Thursday, April 30th, we'll do Algebra 1 and Geometry. So once again, whatever course it is that they're enrolled in, they'll take that assessment. Wednesday, March 4th, they'll take American Government, which is POD, or American History. Once again, whatever course it is that they're enrolled in. And then Thursday, March 5th, is the Integrated Science test. So once again, if we take a look at who's taking what, 9th graders are taking 5 days worth of tests now, and anyone enrolled in the course for American Government or American History is going to take that one. So we understand that this is different. This is different than the OGTs that we've done in the past. And this is different in its terms of 2 different days, and it's online. So we understand that there's going to be questions, and we are anticipating a lot of questions from people. We are asking that you please start out with your building principal and point your question there. And then as we accumulate more and more questions from the community, we're going to create an FAQ page on our website as well. So please check that for answers to some of the questions. Also on the website, you'll also see links to practice tests. You'll see links to some more information and technology skills that students will need. So please check out the website for information, and it will grow as we get closer and closer and closer to that February start date. So once again, thank you very much for taking some time to watch this video. And once again, if you have any questions at all, please feel free to let us know, starting with your building principal. Thank you very much.